Sa pagsalubong ninyo, hindi ako nagkamali sa pagpili.
This is the candidate leading the Philippine presidential polls. The locals call him Bongbong, but it's his last name that packs a powerful punch. Marcos. His family is the most controversial political dynasty in the country.
Never in my life would I have imagined that another Marcos would claim the presidency.
His father, Ferdinand Marcos Sr., a charismatic president turned brutal dictator who ruled the country for 20 years. In 1986, he was dramatically ousted, exposed by the People Power Revolution for blatant abuses of power. It's estimated that thousands were killed, jailed, and tortured under his watch.
We're free again!
His mother, Imelda Marcos, became a symbol of corruption and excess, the First Lady with 3,000 shoes. Yet Marcos Jr.'s campaign has been all about family pride. Journalism professor Sheila Coronel says the Marcos pride still resonates with many Filipinos.
Bongbong is also using, the same songs, even the same red shirts that his father wore, the haircut. He's like a clone of his father.
We need government to serve our people with integrity.
Marcos may be the biggest political name in the game, but he's not the only celebrity in the running. Boxing champion Manny Pacquiao is on the ballot. So is former teen idol turned Manila mayor Isko Moreno. But the main opposition is a candidate who has rapidly grown a grassroots movement since announcing her candidacy in October, Leni Robredo. Her legion is dressed in pink. Her volunteers take pride in campaigning house to house. She may be the current vice president, but she's made it clear she's no extension of the outgoing President Duterte administration. She promises to protect human rights.
So we're here in Woodside, which is often known as Little Manila Queens.
Robredo resonates with Filipino-American activist Julie Hamora, whose organization Malaya Movement has endorsed the Leni ticket in hopes that her presidency will put an end to Duterte's policies, including the war on drugs.
This election really is about protecting our democracy, protecting our Philippine sovereignty, and really the Filipino people's right to live with dignity.
Bongbong Marcos Jr. is making his own promises about Filipino livelihood and dignity. His VP is Sara Duterte, the daughter of the current president. It's how he's campaigning that message that's alarming to some, including Coronel.
What the Marcoses have done as part of their bid to regain public office is to rebuild the myth of the Marcos era as the golden age of the Philippines, where there was peace, there was progress, where there was prosperity.
It's a narrative made possible by social media, according to disinformation researcher Jonathan Ong.
53% are voting for Marcos, not for Bongbong Marcos Jr., but for the Marcos brand, which has been changed, refined, whitewashed, sanitized by social media.
Hi, everybody. It's me again.
That means Marcos Jr.'s chosen megaphone has been videos like these, published by the thousands, watched by millions. Lighthearted YouTube interviews, short and entertaining TikTok dances. Lawyer Ruben Carranza says those videos don't tell the whole truth about the martial law years. He would know as a student he was jailed for peaceful protesting.
A truck full of crates containing millions of pesos was found at the
He would later join a government commission to recover the billions of dollars that the Marcos family is accused of stealing.
So the message is that what Filipinos see on social media from the Marcos, this information machine, is funded by the same ill-gotten wealth stolen from them. So not only were they victims of plunder, they're also now victims of fraud.
It's been more than 3 decades since the presidential palace was stormed to topple a dictator. Coronel says the election is a reminder that the country is still a young democracy.
I think this election is about litigating democracy and whether it's still a meaningful project for Filipinos to support.
More than 67 million registered voters will answer that question on Monday, deciding the next chapter of the country's history. Krish Reyes, CBC News, New York.